that SpongeBob meme. Hey, don't bite him. Hello, hello. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd. I got a bit of a haircut. I don't know if I like it. I think I just am not used to it being so short up top. This video is gonna be a really fun one. It's gonna be like obviously regular studio work, but also on Sunday, my sister is going to come. We're gonna have some nice family time on Sunday. And then on Monday and Tuesday, I'm gonna go back with her into the city and we're gonna have like a fun little sister sleepover. And I wanna hit a bunch of like bookstores if possible and do like some fun shopping because I want to film like a bit of a book haul and an art book collection video in September. So yeah, I'm feeling very good because today is like 65 degrees. It might get to like around 70 something during like the hot part of the day, but this morning it's like 64 degrees. So it's like a little chilly. Like I'm tempted to like put on a little sweater, and like outside my window, I see a tree and it looks like the leaves are slowly starting to turn red. Like obviously it's mostly green, but I don't know. It feels like it's fall is beginning. Like I can feel the crisp in the air. 2 inches by... Cosmo. Cosmo. Why are you screaming so much? Yes? Cosmo. Roll there. Thing is, he doesn't really stand up. I wonder if I can like hang him from the top. Okay, so I got a light box. It's extremely bright. Let me turn down the light on it. I got one of these boxes because I've seen a couple artists with them and I've been really enjoying a very clean white background on my product photos. Yeah, I've been like purposely editing them to get rid of the background, so I thought getting one of these light boxes would be really, really cool because then it would be super easy to clean up the photo, and then on my website, since the background of my website is white, it'll just look like the product's just like floating there. And I think it'll look really cool and really cohesive. Yeah, I want to take a photo of my little onigiri keychain, but the problem is he doesn't sit up straight, like he doesn't stand. So I had an idea. I think I want to figure out how to suspend him. And in order to do that, I think I'm gonna find a piece of string, loop it through, and then tape it to the top of the box. And I think it'll work. So yeah, let's give it a try. I don't know if this will work, but he's not that heavy, which makes me think it will work. This looks like that SpongeBob meme. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. This is so funny to me. Great, so I think I can just take pictures like this. I use Lightroom and I just like play around with the settings, honestly. Bump up the exposure. I like to lower contrast. I think it makes things look a lot less harsh. And lift the shadows a bit. Add a bit of white. That one's awesome. And then I invert that. And then I can just kind of get this a bit more perfect. We're gonna take a quick break to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. One of my favorite things about Squarespace is their really beautiful templates. For whatever reason you would need a website, you have a local business, you do online coaching, you have your online store, whatever you would need, Squarespace has got you covered. I picked this random one pretending I was throwing an event, and lo and behold, you know, they have one just for events and it looks so beautiful. You can add in all your details, but the base template is just there for you and it already looks great. You can add your own colors, change the font. This is my own portfolio and I highly recommend it. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/MeganWang for 10% off your first purchase. Thank you so much, Squarespace, and let's go to New York City.
There's also more stuff upstairs.
Oh my god, the girl with the pearl earrings!
Oh, they have the museum ones. Which one are you gonna get?
They're $8?
That's really cheap for Swiftly. Oh my god, this person just rolled out a card of them.
I'm glad you finally got one you want because I have so many memories of you opening a machine and go, oh.
I have it on camera too. You're like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm so glad.
We're now going to Muji. Where are we going after Muji?
We're gonna go to K-Town and bump around.
Ooh, and get food.
Yeah, I tried this chain in Japan, and I think it's like 8 to 7 out of 10. As in like a dozen ones. It could be a little more fluffy on the inside, it's a little sticky.
Cheese, I think, was point of view. My forehead feels weird when you do that.
What?
My forehead feels weird.
You like sense me?
Yeah. You don't feel anything?
No.
You're weird.
I guess I don't have whiskers.
Having a car is a struggle. Anything to say to your fans? Nothing?
Maybe. He said no. He said no. I worked so hard for my bagoo.
Did you figure out the white balance?
Yeah, sort of.
We regret I never got to see this. It was up for ages.
What? Did you see it? I don't think so.
I love his watercolor sketches.
So cool. Yeah, they're beautiful. Well, I think this is so cool. I really want to kind of open this, but honestly, if I get this set, it's $22 plus $14.
How big is the blue notebook?
So they have big ones up there too. Let's go to it's a really great paperweight. It's
They have like shimmery shades.
ooh. I've never worked that hard in my life.
They got the gouache locked up.
Locked it.
They have all the whole line locked up. With their behind bars. I guess people steal them because they're small.
The expensive ones.
You don't need to invest in expensive brushes. Paint is where you should have to put your money. That's what I learned.
It's kind of fun.
Ooh, look at this. This is so strange. Oh yeah, so strange. There's a little block printing game. I found the pens.
I'm sure. I know, but
I really want to like this, but it's just, it always just feels so dry.
Big marker.
So I got back to this afternoon from New York City. It's been a couple hours. I took a nice shower. I washed all of that city grime off of me. And I thought I'd do a little bit of a haul. It's not a huge haul. I honestly wanted this video to be like big book haul where I show you like all these new books I've added to my collection, because like I mentioned before, later on in September I want to film like a book collection video, so I thought it'd be nice to add a few more to my collection and get them in New York. Even though we hit so many bookstores, for some reason I just like couldn't find a lot of books that I wanted to add to my collection, so I only ended up getting like one book. I actually bought another book at McNally Jackson, but I was reading it on the subway and I was just like, it just really wasn't my taste. There were a lot of like jokes in there that I didn't think were funny. Yeah, I just didn't like it at all. So I just decided that I didn't want to have it in my collection. And so this morning I went all the way back to McNally Jackson, I returned it for store credit. It added like an extra hour onto my commute time, but yeah, I just want to be very mindful with what I purchase and what I add into my collection. And I think it was a good learning lesson for me that like just because I'm filming a haul type of video, it doesn't mean I have to get a bunch of stuff. Lately, I've been really trying to practice very mindful spending and getting stuff because I really want it and I know it'll add to my life, rather than just buying something that I don't really think I'll use just because like I want to in the moment, or like for example I want to have like a juicy haul video. That's my little disclaimer. It's a bit of a smaller haul. First things first, the only book I got on our little book crawl was this independent publication called Pleasant Place. I just checked. Pleasant Place is an independent publication all about the art of gardening. I got this at Spoonbill, which is the only bookstore we went to that I didn't actually research. We just kind of stumbled upon it. And I'm so excited about this. And the illustrations in it are super beautiful. And I just really think this is just so well done. The type and the overall design of this magazine just like looks so good to me. And it's also beautifully printed. It has these like European staples. Even though my job is illustration, I find that like design and typography, graphic design, etc. and print is like super important to what I do. So I think it's helpful to own things like this. So at Spoonbill, there was another edition of, I guess, Pleasant Place, and it was all about nasturtiums. And the font in this one, Pleasant Place, the font is little worms, so they must have designed the font themselves. But for their nasturtium edition, it was all little nasturtiums, which I thought was so cool. And the second one was just all about like different artists' take on illustrating and painting nasturtiums. And as I'm talking about it, I'm really regretting that I didn't buy it, so I might go online and get it. But yeah, I just thought this was so well done and really inspiring. Spoonbill also had a lot of really cool art books about like nature, mycology, mushrooms. That was definitely my favorite store that I went into. So if you're in New York, specifically Williamsburg, I would highly recommend checking it out. I went to so many bookstores and I think I really enjoyed that one the most. We went to Kinokuniya first, which I honestly was very surprised. In the LA Kinokuniya that I'm more familiar with, because I actually had never been into the one in New York City, that one I think had more art books for some reason. Like I couldn't find the same type of illustration and product design books that I typically will look at when I'm in the LA Kinokuniya, so I didn't get anything there. We went to McNally Jackson, which is also one of my favorite bookstores in New York City. I really love the Williamsburg location that I showed. We also went to Books Are Magic, which I thought was also super cute. But yeah, out of all of them, I think I like Spoonbill the most. So I got this Korean skincare. This is a dark spot glow correcting serum from Axis Y. I've been watching a lot of like Korean skincare TikToks, and apparently if you get it on Amazon, there can be fakes, not always, but sometimes like you can get fakes on Amazon. So when we were at like a K-beauty store, I just decided to grab this, and I can be more assured that it's not fake. So next we went to this store called Artist Craftsman Supply, I believe, but it was a super cool art supply, and it's also employee owned, which I think is also really cool. And yeah, if you don't want to support big art stores like Blick, like I would recommend going to this one. It had really good prices, a huge selection of art supplies, and yeah, when I move to New York City, I'm definitely gonna go back very often. I think they have several locations. My sister and I went to the one in Gowanus, but I believe there's another one in the Williamsburg area. And yeah, they just had it in this really big warehouse, and there were so many art supplies. I thought I had walked through the whole store, and then I walked through this little area, and then there was another huge warehouse area just full of paper and canvas. There were so many aisles just for paper, and I just thought it was a really cool place. I picked up some golden acrylics. I mentioned that every time I'm in like a nicer art store, I will get 1 to 2 tubes of these because they are quite expensive. So I'm just trying to like build up my acrylic paint collection a little bit every time I go. I got 2 new colors of the Le Pen pens. These are, I think you would describe them as felt tip. I love these pens. So I got a pink and teal. And then I got a Tombow Fudenosuke pen. This is a brush tip. I am very picky about brush tip pens. My sister got the Faber-Castell brush tip. I used to have one of those, but honestly, like, if the brush tip is too much like a brush, I don't want to use it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, if it's too soft, I just naturally don't like using it. I like using brush tips like these that are a bit more firm. I've had some problems with these where it always dries out very quickly, so I'm hopeful that this one is okay. And lastly, I just got a Micron 03. I don't really draw with microns, but as I was testing it in the store, I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. And I tend to stay away from these kinds of pens that have like this sort of tip because I always find that they wear down and dry out, but I've never owned like a fresh new one. I've only gotten them like through other people. So I'm excited to use this and see if I like it. That is my little haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is a bit of a shorter video. I also hope you enjoyed hanging out in New York with me and my sister. And also huge shout out to my patrons for buying all of this stuff for me. I would not be able to make these purchases without the support of my patrons. So thank you very much. And yeah, I'll see you guys super soon in my next one. Bye.
She's so funny. What does she look like? It's the only time you can touch her paws. I would use this opportunity while you can. Look at the little paws.
Okay, no more.